If you didn't know already, Southside dropped his long-awaited solo album Break the Silence last Thursday on 808 Day after 6 whole years. Turns out I managed to produce not 1, not 2, but 3 beats on that album, which is pretty crazy. I produced number 1 Switch, number 11 Bloackstar, and number 15 My Kitchen alongside Q Beats and Southside himself. So today in this video, I'm going to be breaking down these loops to give you guys a bit more insight on Southside's production and show you how I did it so you can achieve the exact same thing. Now, let's just get right into it. Yeah guys, for the first sample, I'm joining alongside Azura. If you guys don't know, we both produced this together. He did the vocal side and I did the little melodic elements. So we're gonna break this one down and how it kind of came around. Starting off, we had this little kind of piano to really base this around. And then after that, you kind of like built more of a melody over the top.
Yeah, you kind of just started placing stuff and I just kind of went, yeah, that works.
Yeah, it was kind of like a joint thing. Like
me and him really looked in deep with the melody and I really sang on top of it.
Right, anyway, this is what this is what the piano first sounded like.
It's so simple.
So yeah, nothing crazy there, to be honest.
There was enough space for me to then write off the top of it.
Yeah, I think that was what was good about this melody. Since like we had you doing the vocals, we knew not to overcomplicate it. For this piano, we used the Noir felt. Breaking down the MIDI, the normal chord right here, and all I did was I messed around with the F and the E, literally just brought that across and just changed the root notes. So it started off like this. And then after it was just adding some depth to it. So it's just D, C, then down to an A sharp, and then back up to a C. I literally just brought this, Control C, Control V, brought it down an octave.
Simple as that, really.
Yeah, and then that was actually that. And then while I was doing this, I know you were kind of writing from there.
Yeah, notes open.
Yeah.
Trying to find words that rhyme.
Yeah, pretty much. And then after we added this sound right here, this is what this sounds like. How I did this was I went to a glockenspiel one shot right here. And then I made this melody with it. This is what it sounds like on its own. So yeah, it was pretty much just following the main melody, just kind of playing off of it.
It's a nice layer now.
After that, I then decided to chuck half of my plugins on it. Cymatics Origin, which is actually a free plugin, pretty much just remove some of the, not bad frequencies, but the high frequencies. And then a delay, and then a reverb right here, put it more in the back. Juno chorus, which I also don't have now.
Oh, halftime.
Halftime.
You were using that.
But I put on the effects 500 millisecond thing right here, which adds that little sort of bounce right there. And then another halftime, which is pretty much just the same thing. And then a shape box to pan left and right. This is what it now sounds like. So yeah, it really just sort of puts it more in the back. Let's just get back right into the vocals and then we can do the rest after. This is what the vocals sound like.
It was never fun, I could never
It's a lot more different on its own, doesn't it?
Yeah, I know.
How did you come around with that?
So I do this thing normally when like going into actually like the vocal where I just like hum to find like the key. So we've kept that in at the start. More time when you just play like the first melody, kind of just get writing and the first word turns into a massive chorus. And then we just absolutely pitch the shit out of it.
Yeah, very much. I think you did this just to kind of get into it and
yeah,
then you started here. We also pitched it down. I guess we recorded it at a higher key as well. Effects wise than that, we chucked a load of reverb on it just to really put in the back. A bit of a love filter to again put in the back and then just a little compression. And that was literally it.
It probably was just one take.
Back to the rest, it was just like little accents and percussion loops to really go over it. This was the first accent I chucked on. Which is cool. It was like a little like one leading to the next 8 bars. And then we had this one as well.
You can hear that quite a lot throughout the track.
This is another one which was you can hear in the track as well. We also added this bass down here. This sounds like just a normal sort of sub bass. It's quite a nice bass actually. I was about to say. so all of them together really does like kind of finish it off. And that was kind of the melody. This is what the final sample sounds like. Sent out like a day or so after.
I remember you messaging me like, join his live now, and I joined it and I was like so confused. And
He previewed it on one of his lives. It sounded crazy from there. So from there, I kind of had thought it was gonna be on the album. I think because we had the vocal originally in it, you want to make samples, make them more simple for artists, then you can maybe try it over vocals and maybe, I don't know, even remove the vocals after if you don't need them. But sure to go check out Azura. He's also got a YouTube channel as well. That was that sample. On to the next one. Right, so now for the second one. As you guys can see, this is the sample to the song called My Kitchen by Southside. This is what the sample sounds like. So yeah, pretty crazy sample right there. This is a collab with Q Beats, and this is how I made it. So starting off, we have the starter from Q Beats, and this is what it sounds like. So yeah, pretty fire sort of string sound, and from there, really, you can't build on it too much, but I can add little layers and stuff like that to make it sound a little bit more dark. So from that, this is what the next sound sounds like. So as you can hear, it sounds a little bit like I've just pitched it up an octave, but I've added sort of extra effects. So from that, as you guys can see, I brought on a Valhalla vintage verb, a stereo shaper, and I've took down some of the highs. And after that, I added this one shot called Horizon, literally on the C note, just to really support the melody. This is what that sounds like. Very simple, just a little bit of ambience, and effects wise on that, loads of reverb on it, literally 100% mix. Some Fab Filter Pro Q3 right here, just to remove a bit of a harsh frequency. Yeah, don't want to hear that, so brought that down a lot just to get rid of that, and then a bit of a stereo shaper again to make it more in the back. So then after that, I added this little bell tone called Absolute Zero, just another one shot. This is what that sounds like. So that again was just to support the main melody, and it's just sort of following that, the root notes. And again, another Valhalla reverb and a stereo shaper, and I took down some highs. So it seems like it's kind of following a pattern right here. And these are just stuff for the back, so this is sort of all of them put together. Just a little bit more ambience, you know what I'm saying? And then after that, I then added this sound. This is what it sounds like. So yeah, with that being said, man, it's some old VST, but as you guys can see, it still works, man. This is from Output Exhale. I think this VST came out before I was even born, to be honest. I used this one called Number 69. Touch a Nerve, loads of different sounds. Pick one which I liked and just looped that. And then for effects for that, I put another reverb, put in the back, and an echo boy, which is very important. Made it quarter note and made it on ping pong, so when it ends, it kind of delays out and it's not so sharp of an ending. It's a bit more smoother. After that, I chucked in the shape box right here to pan it left and right, and yeah, that's how I made that sound. On to the next sound. This is what this sounds like. Now on its own, it sounds pretty cool, but like it sounds like it ends like just out of nowhere. It's one of them ones where if you play it with the rest of the sample, it sounds good. Now, how I did this was, if we go to track 6, I have a contact right here. This sound was from Arcus, which is just crazy bank. Pretty much what Arcus is you can have loads of sort of textured background sounds, motions, pads, sparkles, stutters, subs, swells, textures, etc, etc. And this is just the one I picked. I literally just chucked this MIDI down, just one note on C, and this is what that sounds like. You know what I'm saying? Literally just something for the back. It's just the way that I flipped it. So effects wise for that, I chucked in a shaper box to pan it left and right again, and then a fab filter of Pro Q3 just to get rid of some frequencies down here. Another sort of bell background layer. And then after that, I added this sound right here. That's what it sounds like. Like, I don't want to just flex, but that sounds crazy. Like, how I made that anyway was, if you go to track 5, which is on, then I started off with this SRX Studio. If you guys have watched the videos, or my old videos at least, where I used to make a lot more darker samples, you'd know about this preset. Down, which is insanely loud. I brought this down like 50 million octaves, so it's down to C. For you guys that love the low piano, this is some sauce for you lot. I put in this halftime right here, 1 bar, and that really brought it down. And I put in this fresh air, which pretty much just boosts a lot of frequencies. So it boosts a lot of the mids and the highs. And after that, we had the final sample called FJDIDJDF. And then after that, I added this growl and moog bass from Omnisphere. This is the MIDI. I'm not even gonna play it because it's just a bass. I heard the final song, it was literally just this arrangement with drums on it. So this is why I stressed you guys to worry about your arrangement a little bit more than you do. Because I know a lot of people that have like just 8 bars and then they just stem it out. But when you have this sort of full arrangement right here, the producer could just straight up put drums in it, send it out, bam, placement. Simple as that. Because with loops, the whole reason for having loops is to make things quicker, right? So why don't you keep on doing that by just having stems and stuff like that? You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, this is what the final sample sounds like. Pretty fire sample. The story behind this, there wasn't actually much story. I literally just heard the album and this song happened to be on there. Like, that was literally it. So nothing too crazy on that. Now on to the next one, which is track number 1, Switch. The annoying thing about this was, if I'm right, this sample was a very, very old sample. And if we go into my file explorer, back to where my loops are, as you guys can see, I only have until 2022 on this laptop. And I'm pretty sure the loop was made all the way back in 2021. I don't even know how Southside managed to get his hands on it. It might be on the Dropbox, something like that. When I tell you, I was there for hours trying to find the sample, which is really annoying because I couldn't find it. I guess you have to take my word for it. I don't really know how else I can really prove it to you, but it was made back in 2021. I guess Southside looked back into my older samples and used it, and even the switch up melody was also my sample, which is really annoying because I really wish I could find it right now to show you guys it. But even if I did, I don't know if I'd have the FLP, because when I used to make samples, it was literally just a folder like this called loops, no FLP. So it might be in this, but either way, I don't have the FLP, so I can't actually show you guys. But yeah, man, that is how I made the 3 samples for the 3 beats on Southside's most recent album. If you enjoyed, be sure to go leave a like and subscribe. I'm really trying to grow the channel, so I appreciate that. Catch you on the next one. Peace.